Since I started wrapping my hair with cloth to complement my historical clothing, I've been receiving so many comments asking for a tutorial on how I achieved the look. I'm finally delivering, and I'm happy to express that thankfully the process is incredibly simple. This hair wrapping technique is especially versatile, and I've worn it to accompany ancient Greek clothing, medieval clothing, and even Viking clothing. I think that it could suit a plethora of historical eras and styles. I use an 18th century neckerchief in this example, but you can also use a strip of cloth like I did in this ancient Greek makeover as an alternative. If you choose a wider fabric, you can also get a different look, like this one. The key with this technique is to experiment with different options and see which ones you like the most. The very first thing I do is I start by braiding my hair, and I just want to get my hair up in a bun in the back of my head. So I'm going to start by just twisting the braid, wrapping it around, pinning it a bunch everywhere, and creating a little bun. And then the hair wrapping part is going to begin, and I'm going to show you all how I do that. So I'm just taking a bunch of pins, including some spiral pins, to help hold my hair up. Some pins probably would have been historically accurate, but I don't know if spiral pins would have been. I have no idea when these were originally invented. They're a really clever design though. A lot of people recommended them on my Victorian hair tutorial, and after that I bought a few, and they work super well with keeping my long hair up. So thank you, all the people that suggested them. Alright, so now my hair is nicely secured in a bun. I'm very happy with it. This is an 18th century neckerchief, actually, that you wear like around your neck if you're wearing a riding habit. Ooh, is this cute together with the ancient Greek peplos? I feel like this could be a vibe. Is this a look? Yeah, it's got like very 90s, early 2000s runway energy, I feel like. But I just take it and I fold it so that one side is a little bit longer than the other. So like this, and I find the center point of that. And then I just take it. I'm gonna move my mirror here so I can see what I'm doing. And I start by just wrapping it along my head however I want it, with my ears as well. And I will create a knot at the nape of my neck, right underneath my bun. And I will wrap the fabric in through twice. That way, the knot is really strong. I'm not so much double knotting it, but just like when you go to tie a knot, you just wrap it in through twice and then you tie the knot. And I do that with a lot of knots actually, because it helps to hold them. So then I've got this kind of like snug thing around my head. And that's where the wrapping begins. So I'll just start by taking the longer end and maneuvering it, manipulating the fabric, etc., until I'm pretty happy with it and it feels secure. I'm going to take dress pins like these and just actually pin them through the fabric. Making sure not to pin yourself, because that's never fun. Sometimes I like to hide the pin end so that way it won't like hurt you throughout the day, you know? It's kind of important. Safety is an important factor in this. Yeah, I usually use maybe 3 to 4 per side. Alright, that's good enough. And then you just take the other side and you do the exact same thing. And the thing about this technique is that it will turn out different every single time you do it. So your wrap is always going to look different. That's why in my videos from one day to the next, if you take a look, you'll see that my wrap is always just a little bit different. And that's okay. So this is how this wrap turned out. I don't particularly like the way that these things meet, so I'm actually going to play around with it a little bit more and undo this. And I think that this might look nicer if I wrap it the other way. So you want to, you know, do what you feel is gonna be best for you. So I'm gonna have it be like there's 2 kind of portions, one after another. And the great thing is that I just made this technique up based off of looking at pictures and stuff, so this is just like of my own creation. And there's no right or wrong way to do this. It's whatever way looks best to you, whatever way feels right. You can also try by keeping the ends at different lengths. So you can have one be really short, you can have them be exactly in the middle. And every single time it's just gonna look a little bit different. But I think it's a super cute way to have your hair up, and you can use it for Viking, medieval, ancient Greek, all sorts of eras. So it's very versatile, easy to do, and it helps to protect your hair, which is always a great thing. And this, today at least, is my final ancient Greek look. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and if you'd like to see me wear only ancient Greek clothing for an entire month, then be sure to watch this video next. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you in 2 weeks for another video.